Hello and welcome back to Explain the Charts. Today is December 31st, 2024, and we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the QQQ, Nasdaq 100 ETF. We'll cover the recent news affecting the market as well as a chart analysis across various timeframes. First, let's review the recent news. Major indices like the Dow Jones and S&P 500 experienced a slight decline yesterday, December 30th, 2024, as traders took profits before the New Year's Eve holiday. The tech-heavy Nasdaq Composite, which QQQ tracks, also saw a similar pullback, closing lower. This could indicate some profit-taking ahead of the new year, but it is not indicative of longer-term trends. Now, let's turn our attention to the charts, starting with the daily chart. We can observe a recent price consolidation after a period of upward movement. This consolidation period is relatively short, but can be significant for a pullback or reversal. Zooming into the last 2 weeks on the daily chart, the QQQ seems to have found support around the 510 to 515 range, with resistance around the 520 to 525 range. There are some bearish signs which could be profit-taking, but the uptrend might continue next year. Let's switch to the 1-hour chart to get a finer-grained view of the recent price action. Here, we see the recent consolidation in more detail. Notice how the price bounces between the support and resistance levels mentioned earlier. The hourly chart shows that there are some relatively recent smaller bearish candlesticks after the previous upward trend. This may signal a minor correction is needed. We can also look at the volume during these recent candles. There was a significant increase in volume on December 18, 2024, possibly suggesting increased selling pressure. But generally, this does not change our outlook. Finally, let's examine the 15-minute chart for even more granular details about recent trading. We can see some short-term volatility and rapid changes in price movements over the past 24 hours. This is to be expected given it is near a holiday and volumes are decreased compared to averages. The 15-minute chart helps us to get a close look at how the price action within the hour can fluctuate. This is helpful to get a sense for smaller trends that might develop within the day. In summary, the recent news suggests some profit-taking before the end of the year. The daily chart shows a short consolidation period which may resolve as a pullback or continuation. Support appears to be in the 510 to 515 range and resistance is found around 520 to 525, and these ranges should be considered as important support and resistance levels. The likelihood of a breakout above the 520 to 525 resistance is moderately high, especially if we see a significant positive economic announcement or an overall bullish market sentiment. Conversely, a drop below the 510 to 515 support would signal increased bearish pressure. A stronger pullback may happen if volume remains high. In the short term, watch for breakouts above 520 or below 510, while focusing on volume and general market conditions. In the long term, the overall uptrend in the broader market will determine whether QQQ continues its upward momentum. Keep an eye on key news events and earnings reports which may impact the price. Remember, this is only an analysis and not financial advice. Please conduct your own research and only invest what you can afford to lose. Thank you for watching Explain the Charts.